everybody, it's Danny and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about high school experiences. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there who had a really good time with high school. I was one of those people who had a horrible time with high school. I was actually a pretty big pill-popping addict. And I thankfully, I got clean pretty much between transition of graduating high school. And it was only because I had a very serious traumatic accident happen to me. I'm not going to go into that. But I did get clean. I got all sobered up and stuff. I didn't party anymore. I settled down with the boyfriend that I had at the time. So I was leading a pretty boring life. You know, just usual, like, to the grind stuff. But high school for me was just bad from day one in grade 9. Like, I had this one English teacher who just fucking hated me because I wore all black, and she was just like, to me all the time, and I could not figure out why she didn't like me, and, like, I was so astounded by her, like, reactions to other people, but then when she get to me, it'd just be like, I don't give a fuck, I hate you. So ninth grade was a pretty hard time for me. I mean, I had, like, that one teacher, it was my geography teacher, who was, like, really kind to me, and for whatever reason, people who teach history and geography always love me, including science. I don't understand that because I usually got, like, C's in there, and they were always like, we love you so much, you're such a good student, but I didn't understand that because I was, like, on drugs half the time. So, I mean, I guess it because I was, like, quiet, because I was silently breaking out because of my trip. But my English teachers, except for one in high school, fucking hated me, wanted nothing to do with me, even though, like, I was the best at English. Now, what she would do, I'd take a test, and I'd, like, read the whole book, like, beforehand, years before, and I'd take it, and she'd give me a fucking F or a D on it. Like, I know we had to watch, like, 3 versions of Romeo and Juliet, the original, some other one, and one with Leonardo DiCaprio in it. And I was just like, I got this. I've read this book and I've watched these movies hundreds of times. I know I should have gotten an A on it, and I got a fucking D and an F on both those tests. One for the actual book and one for the movie. So, like, when I found out that I was going to be failing that class, without 9th grade English where I live, I guess it's everywhere, but without it where I live, you can't be considered a sophomore until you pass English. And so I was in sophomore classes the next year, still in 9th grade English, and, like, when I went to go sign up for my, like, I don't remember what they're called, but they're, like, those little side classes, like art and stuff. But I tried to get a different English teacher, and they told me that that woman was the only woman that was teaching 9th grade English. And I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I don't want this woman again. So about halfway through the semester of my sophomore year, the principal starts putting pieces together that I'm being mistreated by this lady. And he just balls to the wall, comes in, pulls me and her to his office, and it's just like, you gotta stop doing this. This is discrimination against students. If you don't, I'm gonna fire your ass. I was just like, woot! But, I did pass, but she passed me with, like, a really high D, which I'm still pissed about. But, I did pass that, and then I was considered a 10th grader, second half after Christmas, and, I don't know, people fucked it up so bad that when I was a junior, I was still being classified as a 10th grader even though I passed all my classes. So by the time it rolled around for senior year, they were counting me as a junior, and they were telling me that I couldn't take senior portraits. So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to come anyway. So I skipped school that day. My brother did too. We didn't care about pictures. My dad was pretty mad. But 9th grade was just awful, and I hated it, and I didn't really know anybody at the time. I didn't have very many friends in 8th grade. My best friend was my gym teacher, and my other best friend was my fucking world geography teacher. That should tell you what kind of kid I was. I was pretty much a loser. And part of that has to do with me being in the ugly duckling stage. I was not very well kempt or pretty at all during those years. Like, I think I had maybe like 2 or 3 boys like me, but they'd break up with me after about like 2 weeks to a month. So I was not very well liked at all, and I can understand why. But at 9th grade, I started to get a really big fucking attitude with everybody, and I started hating people that didn't deserve to be hated, because it was just my mask. And then around 10th grade, I started getting a shit ton of friends just because I started to get really pretty, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna botch my fucking hair up. And then I was back to an ugly duckling again, and within like 2 months, because I had what we called a fashion mullet. And I hated it so much. I don't know what possessed me to do it. But 10th grade was kind of okay. It was kind of smooth sailing. But then there was this one bitch who I can't stand. Like, I don't know what the hell I did to her, but, like, apparently her hatred for me started in, like, fucking 8th grade or something. And I never even gave a shit about her in the first place. But that's when things started to get really bad between me and her. And I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want anything to do with you, because, like, we had this one best friend that we just kind of shared, and we tolerated each other to be around, just to be with this other girl. And, I don't know, like, every time she was her best friend, I didn't exist, but when she was my best friend, I'd get attacked, and I was just like, you know what, by 12th grade, I was fucking done with both of them. But, 10th grade was pretty smooth sailing, other than, like, normal teenage drama bullshit that happens. I started, getting into really heavy drugs. I started popping pills like crazy, because that's when I met a guy who was trying to be all hardcore and shit, saying he was in the Crips and all that. And I don't know why. I guess it was just the druggie in me that fell for it. But, like, after I got sobered up, after he cheated on me in, like, 12th grade with my best friend, I was just like, fuck all y'all. I don't need this. But, I met him, and he was a freshman, because I dated his best friend before, and we lasted, I don't know, I think we lasted like 2 months or something like that. And then I went out with this other kid for about a week, and then I went out with another kid for about maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then I went out with another one of the dude's best friends for about a month or something like that, and then I wound up with him, and then we lasted all the way until my senior year, till about March. And I had this best friend at the time, and we were pretty much inseparable, but we didn't hang out after school, just because I was in that, like, thing where my dad wouldn't let me hang out with people outside of school for some reason. But me and her were, like, the closest of the close best friends. We talked about everything and anything. We told each other, like, all of our secrets and shit. And then it was like March 2010, you know, I get this thing that, you know, my boyfriend at the time walks up to me, and he's just like, I got something to tell you. And, like, he can already tell I'm going to be really pissed off. And he, like, flat out is just like, I cheated. And I'm just like, I don't even want to know why. I'm just done. And the whole time after that whole day, my best friend was standing there comforting me and all this shit, when she's the one that did it with him. So, I mean, talking about fucking backstabbing friends, I'm still pissed about that 5 years later. And it's not the fact that, like, they cheated on me. You know, I'm glad that happened, because I wouldn't be in the relationship I am today without that. But it's the principle of the matter that she fucking lied to my face, and, you know, she sat there and comforted me and was just like, we'll find out who did this. when it was her the whole time. So I was pretty pissed about that. And all the while, that was about the breaking point where I was just like, alright, that's it. I'm going to get sobered up. Fuck this. I want to graduate. I don't want to be here with any more of these fucking retards anymore. And I got sobered up and I got clean. I met my next boyfriend and we stayed together. I don't even remember how long. It's been a couple of years. But we stayed together for a little while, and then college happened, some shit went down. I met my boyfriend that I have today. College life was probably one of the most absolutely amazing experiences of my life. I implore everybody to go to college. And if you don't want to go to a 4-year college, just go to a junior college, because I think those are a lot more fun than going to an actual university, at least in my opinion. But please do, because you're going to have the time of your life. It was so amazing. I met the greatest people on earth through junior college. I left all those fucktards behind in high school. I never want to see them people again. Just no. I would die to see all the people that I saw when I went to college again. And I'm so glad that I graduated and I got my diploma in graphic design. But at the same time, I really want to go back, and I might. I don't know yet. But I do. I really miss those people. And if you go to a junior college, especially, you go with the mindset, oh, I'm hardcore, I'm not going to make any more friends, I don't give a fuck about friends. I had the same mindset, and within the first week, I had about 5 new friends, and I loved them all to death by the second week. So that's my experiences with school. 11th grade, nothing really happened. I was just kind of in a tripping blur the whole time. And being in 12th year, nothing really happened. It was just kind of don't want to be here, just want to graduate. But I knew I was going to fail if I didn't do anything. So yeah, that's my high school and college experiences. I definitely implore you, if you want to drop out, please don't. Just do it. I definitely didn't want to walk across the stage at either one of my graduations, but I did it anyway. One, because I was made to, and the other because I had to fill out this complicated-ass form not to graduate. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it. It's only going to be 3 hours long. I'll go and walk. But I implore you to finish high school and go to college and finish that. Please don't drop out. I dropped out for about a week and a half or something, and I came back because one of my best friends got into a car accident, and I wanted to make sure, but I wasn't allowed on the premises unless I was actually a student. So I got back in, and just please do it. It's gonna be so worth it. Alright, but anyways, like I said in my last video, I'm going to have a new camcorder coming soon. It'll probably be here before Wednesday's video, hopefully. But if not, I will probably have it, depending on what days my boyfriend works and then he comes over here. I'll probably have it, if not by Friday, it'll be by next Monday's video. So anyways, that's it for today, guys. Bye.